Oh, we're live already? Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Fairview Church. I see nothing, but good morning. Sounds we're live. Hello. I'm on, and my daughter Molly is with me, and we're excited to say good morning, Fairview. We can't see you yet, but we hope you see us. Oh, here we are. I'm looking funny up in the air. Hi. Already? Hey. Oh, you can hear me. Good morning. This is the time when we greet each other, so I hope you're here. I see Lee is here, and Terry is here, and Matt is here. Good morning, everyone. So like I always say, this is our time to chat in the narthex, and or on that sidewalk patio, and say good morning. It is Memorial Day Sunday, and I'm curious if anybody has any Memorial Day plans. I guess you could go to a restaurant if you wanted to. Anybody brave enough for that? I see my mom's on, and she saw Molly. Hi. Good morning, good morning. It's going to be a great day at Fairview, a time to reflect and remember and lift up our Christian call as we serve God and one another in community. Good morning from Irvine. Lee, I see you. How is everyone? Let's see, I got to ask you a question. Oh, there's Jess. How's it going, Jess? I see you. Good morning. Our Illinois member. I know we've got folks all over the place. There's an echo now. Is there still an echo? There shouldn't be because I can't hear it. Maybe I'm in a cavern. I'm really just in a stairwell. Can you still hear an echo? Hi, Tara. Good morning. So here we are getting ready for our Fairview service. And as usual, this is just our time to say hello. We've got a few moments before we'll actually begin the service. I just want to come on here and say hi to everyone and do the opportunity to greet you. And you can greet each other during this time. I see Michelle, no echo. Good, good. Glad to see you here. And I know, of course, Mike is watching because I'm with him, sort of. In our way. So good morning, everyone. Margaret's here. How are those kitties doing? Is Heather on yet? I'd love to hear about the kitties and that wonderful connection that you all made. It's so good to see the way church does church together. So we are doing church now, and I get to say all my hellos and get ready for this service to begin. Mike reminds me to get your coffee cup ready, and mine's waiting for me. I didn't bring it. So get your coffee and get ready for the service to start. We're gonna have a wonderful time of reflection and prayer and be in remembrance. This is Memorial Day weekend, and it's a time for us to remember those who have served in war and the ultimate sacrifices they made. It is traditionally a time for barbecues and beaches, but I don't know if any of you are going to be doing that. Anybody barbecuing or beach hopping today? I think that you have to walk if you're at the beach. I get to see Mike's face, and he says, no. I'm not heading to the beach. I like to head to the cemetery. That's the safest place for me. So what else are you doing? Hi, George. Good morning. It's good to see you. I can't really see who else is on unless you say good morning. So you got to say good morning. Hi, Dawn. It is nice to see you, friend. Okay, Lester's on. Nora's on. Good morning, everyone. So we are getting ready. We're just a few minutes before we start. As usual, we'll begin in song, and I hope that you'll join me in that song in just a few moments. But I still have a few moments left to go of saying hello. So hello, what is everyone up to? I'm just making conversation here by myself with you. So, good morning, Haley, Cindy, everyone who's on. It's good to see you. We welcome you to Fairview Church and are happy that you're here with us. It is always a good opportunity to come together, to be intentional, to connect, and to share in our experience of the week together. So this is also a good time to say what you've been up to throughout the week. I always like to hear from all of you. And during the service, I don't get a whole lot of chance to interact, but we did include this ahead of time so that we could say hello to one another, and I really appreciate that. All right, Carrie Lester is headed to Joshua Tree. That sounds amazing. I hope it's not going to be too hot, Carrie. I saw reports that it's going to really heat up soon, so stay hydrated. Let's see, who else is doing stuff? All right, Terry, good. You'll have to give me a call again. Erica's watching from Boston after her run, I'm sure. And isn't it great? We've got Jess in Illinois and Erica in Massachusetts. I don't know. Did anybody get to Becky? She's in D.C. Carrie likes it hot. All right, girl. I think it's going to be really hot. Make sure you post pictures on Facebook. We'll all want to see and join with you. So who else is here? Is there anybody I'm missing? We usually climb up. We've got 17 that I can see. All right, Erica ran. She's fit and ready to go. It's fun to interact with you in this way and prepare ourselves for our time of service. I do always picture us standing together outside chatting, and I know that Chuck is often a greeter outside of our church on Sunday mornings, and he is dialed in, so he can't actually type in and interact with us, but he does get to hear us. So Chuck, we know that you're listening and you're doing your good ministry as well. It's good to see Jim Sherry on, and I have a feeling we're going to hear a little Jim Sherry in a couple of moments. So that's going to be fun. Stay tuned. That's one of the best things about this worship is the opportunity to hear those voices and instruments and know that it's not just one person. You know, that's the reality, is that even though I'm standing in my sanctuary of my stairwell, that each of us are in our own sanctuaries connecting together, and to hear your voices and often see your faces reminds us that we are church and we do church together. So we have, who else is on? You got to tell me where you are, who you are. We have a couple more minutes to go. We got about 2 minutes to go. I'm looking on my computer. And just chance to chat with each other. Tracy's on. As you know, Tracy will be hosting our fellowship time on Zoom afterwards, and we hope that you will join us for that. It's always a great opportunity to see your faces, check in, see what's going on. We do a lot of brainstorming during that time. So if you've got some ideas, we're thinking about our summer sermon series. It's all up in the air now. So we look like we're probably going to be online again through the summer. So if you've got ideas, you can always brainstorm with me on the fellowship time afterwards, or hit me up with some emails or a phone call. We can chat then. We've got a lot going on, and we really desire to bring you the best worship experience we can in the setting that we have. And I think in so many ways we found that there are many advantages to worshiping in this way. So we've got just a few more minutes. It sounds like someone's calling me, and I have a feeling it's Mary. Someone call Mary Belcher for me, please. She's just calling me. I think she might need some help to get on. Cindy, do you mind calling Mary and helping her get on to the Facebook, the live? So we've got just a few more moments, and I'm going to invite you to prepare yourselves for this time of worship. We're going to begin in sharing in one of my favorite hymns, Gather Us In. And as we gather ourselves together, may we be mindful that we do gather in from all of the places of the world, really, certainly this country and certainly our community. So let us gather in together, setting our minds and our hearts in a spirit of worship, and we'll let the service begin. Gather us in, the lost and forsaken. Gather us in, the poor and the lame. Call to us now, and we shall awaken. We shall arise at the sound of our name. I love these words, and these ones particularly. Not in the dark of buildings confining, not in some heaven light years away, but here in this place, a new light is shining. Now is the kingdom, and now is the day. Well, here we are in this place, you in your place and me in mine. And this is where the kingdom of God is, now, this day. So welcome. Welcome. We're so grateful that you decided to gather with us this day because we are Fairview Community Church. And we are Fairview Community Church when we come together to be the church, now in this day. Marty Hagan is one of my favorite hymn writers, and that is one of my favorite hymns. And so it's a good way for us to start this Memorial Day Sunday. Thank you for being intentional and joining us. Thank you for choosing to spend this hour with us as we commit to being church together. So our church, our congregation, is a proud, open, welcoming, and affirming congregation of both the United Church of Christ and the American Baptist Churches USA. That means that we are intentional in our inclusion of the LGBTQ plus community. And we're glad that you are here. So thank you for being with us this morning. I know that you have a lot of places to choose from. You can literally choose places at your fingertips. So thank you for tuning in to us and being intentional about spending this time with this community. I've said it over and over again, but I'm always amazed that this really is a community, that we can do this online and we can do it so well together. So we are grateful that our regular Fairview folks are here. Those of you who are regular pew sitters, you're coming online and transitioning. But we have so much more of our extended family here, some of those literal family members who are extended beyond our family. And we're picking up others along the way. So we're so grateful that now you're all a part of this Fairview family. And we're happy to share this time and space with you. So thank you. Since you are likely watching on our Fairview Facebook page, I will just remind you that it's always great to share that page. You just go on the bottom and you click share, and I think it starts a watch party. That's what mine does. And then I can have my husband invite other people to join our watch party.
and then they can watch with me alone, or we can toggle back and forth to the live version. So I know that everyone likes to be on the live version because that's where you can really interact and say hello. So whatever you do, I do encourage you to share it, but then go to live so that you can talk to each other during the service. That's one of the funny things about this new format, is that we encourage you to chat with one another during the service. You know, we always have this hello time, which we'll do in a couple of moments, but now you can just chat all the way through the service, and if you don't really care for what I'm saying, you just talk right through it. So it's one of those new advantages that you have in this new era. So you can, of course, listen here on Facebook, but we want you to get that word out to show the good news. You can then go back to our website, and it'll continue to stream there. All you do is click on it, and it'll take you there, and you can watch it. The other thing that we are so excited about that we've started in these last 9 or so, 10 weeks, is our dial a sermon. And this is perfect for the folks that are our shut-ins, you know, people that aren't able, we're all shut in now, right? But folks that aren't able to get online. So all they have to do is dial a sermon. They dial 714-656-4130, and they get a couple of songs and the sermon. They don't get the full extended service, but they do get a chance to experience a bit of the service. And it's really great. People have told me time and time after, week after week, that they really enjoy this and they feel connected, and they get excited if they hear their name said. So that's fun too. So if you know of someone who is not able to get on the computer easily, please give them this number for dial a sermon, 714-656-4130. So thank you to everyone who makes this service possible. I always want to thank our music director, Michael Phillips, and the entirety of our music team, because they are recording the music individually in their own homes, sending it back to Mike. He's collectively making it into music, and then Cindy takes lyrics, puts it on a PowerPoint. All that goes to Elena, who turns it into a very beautiful video that we can then sing along to, and Mike Karakis, our moderator, who's, as I've been calling him lately, our tech director, is the one who puts all of this together so that we can watch it seamlessly. So thank you to all of those people. I find that it is just so powerful in these times of separation to hear your voices, and I love when I can distinguish who's singing and imagine your face singing along with your voice. So it is a very powerful ministry, and I'm grateful to all of you for making it happen. So now that I've greeted you, it is a good time for you to greet one another. You know, when we're together, we like to run up and down the pews and hug everyone. Now we don't get to do that, but I do encourage you to say hello. It's fun to see how you introduce yourself. Go ahead and do that. Say a little, hi, I'm coming from wherever it is. But you might also say, hi, this is Sarah, and I'm observing Memorial Day weekend in this way. By remembering my dad, or remembering my grandfather, or remembering the service that my uncle did during his time in Vietnam. So you can share how you're observing Memorial Day if you're going to have a barbecue in your backyard, or if all of your neighbors are going to go outside in their front yard and wave to each other. Share how you're experiencing your Memorial Day, how you're observing it, and it'll be fun to see what you're up to. So go ahead and do that. I am going to connect back with you to say hello during our next song, but I just want to remind you that while we are connecting, we want you to go ahead and get on our Zoom after the service. We have a fellowship time, and it's so fun to see one another's faces. Tracy and Cindy are putting the Zoom on the sidebar. Mike's putting the Zoom here. We encourage you to join us and have a little time to say hello and connect with your Fairview family. So with that, keep connecting, keep sharing. I'm going to pop on and see how you're observing your Memorial Day. But together, let us also sing a good old-fashioned song of joy down by the riverside.
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. I'm gonna study one no more. study one no more. I ain't gonna study one no more. I ain't gonna study one no more.
I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load
Down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study one no more. I 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 ain't gonna study one no more. I'm gonna lay down my cares and woes down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study one no more. Ain't gonna study one no more.
Yes, today is Memorial Day, and I can think of no better way to memorialize those who died of war than commit to studying war no more. I can't believe that it's Memorial Day, first of all. We feel like we're stuck in some sort of like a calendarless reality where the days keep coming, but they don't feel like they match with the actual day, time, and season of the year. So here we are. I think it's 10 weeks of virtual church service. We're on the verge of welcoming summer, and we are here together. I went to the cemetery a week early. There was not a crowd, so I think that was a benefit. It seemed like a better option than going to the beach. My father served. My grandfather served. I'm not positive if my great-grandfather served. My mom and aunt who are watching can tell me that. But I know that my great-great-grandfather is one of a handful of Civil War veterans who are buried at my cemetery in Garden Grove. I grew up heading there every Memorial Day so I could see the flags on the graves. I loved to go count the flags and see them all flying. I don't know if they're going to be out there this weekend or not. I hope that they will be, but I understand if folks are staying home. But I do know that it is a powerful way to observe this long weekend and going to the cemetery and remembering and thinking about the cost of those who served in so many ways. So however you observe, I hope that you will be doing so intentionally this morning, and we will intentionally do that together. So I've got a couple of announcements. This week we have TOT, Theology on Tuesdays. That's our gathering for our younger adults, our 40-ish and under group. So if you're of that age range, or you feel like you're of that age range, we don't check ID, so you're welcome. We would normally meet at Claim Jumper, but for the last several months now, it seems, we have been gathering virtually. And Jessica Shirley hosts us, and that's wonderful. We get online, and you get your beverage of choice and pick up your own appetizers and just get together for community and camaraderie and a little bit of theological talk, too. So hope to see you there. You can get that info on the Zoom either by being on our TOT Facebook group. If you're not on it, please contact me or contact Cindy directly and we'll add you on. Or just email Cindy and she will make sure to get you that Zoom link. So Cindy is standing by now at office@ocfairviewchurch.org, and she's available by phone at 714-545-4610. Last week was Pledge Sunday, and we thank all of you for getting those pledges in, and we bless them together, knowing that they are going to do the good and hard work of ministry in this coming year. It was a beautiful Pledge Sunday, and the culmination of our entire stewardship theme of essential faith came in the form of a video done by Julia Grace and all of our Fairview folks that participated. It was so fun. If you didn't catch it, you probably can go on our Facebook page and find it there. It came out in Thursday's Thoughts. It was so great. Maybe we'll show it again in a couple of weeks at our annual meeting day. But thank you so much for giving of your gifts. They really are essential to our budget planning. We know that there's still some that we're hoping are going to come in, and if you're able to make those pledges, we would definitely greatly appreciate it. All you have to do is send it into the office, or the fastest way is just sending it to office@ocfairviewchurch.org with subject line pledge, and then pledge the amount. I pledge to give X amount, $20 a week for the month, for the year of 2020 to 2021, or $100 a month, $2,000 a year, whatever it is. You can put that number in and the frequency and let us know. That would be amazing, because we are in need, and we need to figure out how we can plan for this next fiscal year. We only have about a month not even a month and a half, a month and some change for us to finish up this fiscal year. So I was behind on my pledge. I got caught up last week. I was appreciative of the notification. For some of us, actually, some of our automatic payment did stop in March, and Marquise didn't realize it. So we had to do a catch up. So, it happens to all of us, even your pastor. If you were behind, go ahead and if you're able to help us by catching up, we would very much appreciate it. I think we're something like $17,000 down. So if you've made a commitment, we appreciate you being able to follow through. If you cannot follow through with that commitment, let us know. The sooner that we know, the better. Thank you so very much. So, get those pledges in, and the board will be looking at that very shortly. Speaking of generosity, we normally participate in the AIDS Walk, and this year they're not having a formalized AIDS Walk, but they're asking us to raise funds during the month of May, and then walking around our own neighborhoods, or maybe even our kitchen. Put your Fitbit on and count your steps. But what they would really appreciate is you raising the awareness, because there was a virus before the virus we talk about all the time, and that was the HIV/AIDS. And so we encourage you to continue to help those folks who live in Orange County get the services that they desperately need. We do have a fundraising page. Cindy, if you'll pop that up there, you can join our team, you can make a donation, you can just help raise awareness for AIDS and HIV in Orange County. Thank you. You'll even get a t-shirt. I got one. I'll bring it next week and show you. So thank you. Thank you for your caring hearts. Thank you for doing that work of ensuring that anybody in our community can get groceries or pharmacy runs. Sunta and Adam, you're two of our best folks there. Elena, Cindy always calls me when she heads to Costco, and I give her an order. So I love to see the way we come together. If you're going somewhere, you might pick up something for someone else, and ensure that all of us come together and watch out for each other, care for each other, and ensure that nobody feels too isolated they can't get what they need. So if you need any help at all and you don't know who to ask, just call us, 714-545-4610, or send an email in, or type something right now, and we'll be sure to get it to you. And finally, a reminder that we do have masks, a mask making ministry that's part of a larger network of folks throughout Orange County. That pickup and drop off spot is at Living Rebecca's house, and they have more details on that. But if you would like to make masks, just contact Libby. You can't contact her directly, contact Cindy, we'll get you in contact. If you have any fabric, you can also drop that off at Living Rebecca's house as well. Thank you, church. Thank you for doing what God has called us to do, to be good neighbors to one another. And so with that, let us take a deep breath in and join together in this time of prayer. As always, I will begin the prayer, and I invite you into this space. And I'll leave a space for you to lift up your prayers, or simply hold this space together. Let us pray. Holy God, of life and death, you call us to live with your presence, to be open to your workings around us. There's so much to be grateful for. Long weekends, misty mornings, sunny afternoons, and friends and family. No matter the distance, we feel their presence. On this day of memories, we lift up the memories of those who served and paid the highest of prices. Help us to honor their memory by caring for their families that they've left behind, by ensuring that their wounded comrades are properly cared for, by being watchful caretakers of the freedoms for which they gave their lives, and demand that no other young men or women follow them to a soldier's grave. Never let us forget those who paid such a terrible a price to ensure that freedom would be our legacy. Though their names may fade with the passing of generations, may we never forget what they have done. And as we remember our own who died in war, let us not forget the other sides. War has torn through your beautiful creation, and too many have died in battle. Even as we feel ourselves caught up in a battle, a war against a virus, we know that there are others who have lived through the most ugly and terrifying of human experiences. It's easy for us to let others do the hard work so that we can live as if war does not exist. But on this day we pause. We pause in gratitude and apology, lifting up all those who have seen and lived through war and those who did not live through war. The refugee, the soldier, the medic, the children, the wife, or the husband left at home. So many live in this war of wars. It rips through countries and families. The cost so high. So we pause now to remember those who have died in war, those fighting for our country, for those who died fighting for their own land, for all the souls who have gone before us into the great cloud of witnesses, we pray, we remember. Hold them in your eternal arms, that they might rest in peace. The very virtue we wish to see made manifest, peace. And so it is that we lift up all of our prayers of peace, of hope, of love,